That's become a bigger cost. If you look at the whole thing, everybody's just a little bit here and there. So I really think it's better that we let the citizens vote if they want it, but not force it down everybody's throat.
Okay. I think it's not an accurate representation of the community whatsoever, because if there were so many people that were against recycling, clearly this entire building would be full. You have an entire city full of people who didn't show up tonight, not because they don't want recycling, not because they want recycling, but because they're willing to do what would put their city forward. The people that have the strongest opinions will be here. I'm here because I want recycling. A lot of people are here because they don't want recycling, and the people that have questions are here. The other people that are not here, leave it up to you, who they have elected, to make these decisions. There's a lot of talk about force and choice, and they made a choice to not show up tonight. Now, I went around and I gathered signatures, but 3 people cannot cover a city of 6,000 people in little under a month's time since I've seen that this was put on the agenda. I would gladly go door to door to continue to get signatures, but I would like to see action. And what I would like to see happen is the city council pass a program where people who come up with a genuine excuse for not doing it, who cannot financially afford it, since that seems to be the biggest problem, can be exempted from the program. Otherwise, I think it's fair to say that the other however many citizens in Farr West are willing to pay this $3.15 because they're not here voicing their opinion against it. I have some real quick facts about recycling and how recycling can genuinely affect every person in this room. Every year, every single person in this room will use a 100-foot tall Douglas fir tree. By recycling half of your newspapers and half of your paper, you'll cut it down to a 50-foot tree. By recycling 75%, you'll cut it down to a 25-foot tree. Now, by recycling 90% of all of your paper, you're going to use a Christmas tree worth of paper every year, a large Christmas tree. Recycling aluminum saves 95% of the energy needed to make a new can. So by simply putting that can in a recycling bin, you can save not only 95% of the energy that's needed, but that can being recycled will power a 14-watt bulb for 50 hours. And then we use enough plastic film every year, which is the plastic that you tear out to saran wrap things, that we could saran wrap Texas 7 times easily. And then if we recycled 1/10 of plastic bottles, 200 million pounds would not be in landfills. And $2 of every $3 that you spend on gas is used in petroleum products, or used to make petroleum products. So we talk about the price of gas. Recycling can cut back on the price of gas because gas and petroleum is used in the manufacture of 80% of all plastic items. So I think that this recycling program is a necessary first step.
My name is Rex Weston. I'm also a resident of Farr West City. I had some issues with this, and so I thought I'd do a little checking. And I went to a couple cities and talked to both of their mayors. One mayor was put in a program 2 weeks before he became the mayor of the city. And the blue cans, he called them, were delivered the day after he became mayor. And he spent the next 2 months going around to all the complaints that he had and trying to ease the thought process of the people who received them that had no clue whatsoever that there was even an item going on in their city, that there was a vote going to be taken, or anything. And I feel like our city is probably the same way. There's probably well more people out there who have no clue this is even happening tonight, except for those who are really interested in it because they are pushing the issue. They're the ones that brought the issue here. I also asked them, what did it do for your city when it did bring it to your city? And they said, well, we have people that participate, we have people who have cans that never use them, and we have people who have cans that fill them up. And I says, well, what did it do to the money portion of your city? He says, absolutely nothing. Our bills did not go down for the regular delivery, and we did get nothing back from it. Now, the other mayor says theirs was actually working pretty good for them. And they earned enough money from lowering their tipping fees to be able to reduce their garbage can rates by $1. So when they propose that to their council says, absolutely not. This has become a revenue for our city. There's no way we're going to lower it down. And so now they not only have the garbage prices they were paying before, they also have the recycling fees above it. And the tipping fees that went down now go into the city coffers and are being used by the city for other purposes. I don't think recycling is a bad idea. The thing that I think is bad is we have tipping fees that we have to pay. Much of that tipping fees is from green waste. If the green waste could be avoided, our tipping fees would go well down, much more than the recycling side would go. The other thing is, this is another forced issue. Once again, it's forced on everyone. My mother has one of the blue cans. It takes her 6 months to fill the can up because she has very little garbage. But she still pays the same as the person who has a whole can full every month. It's like, it's not equal. It's not quite right. There's got to be something there that can change it around a little bit.
Now,
Okay, thank you.
I think we're going to close this public hearing on the... You've had your turn. I said you've had your turn.
Yeah. Can I be really fast? I'll make it very long. Okay? I believe you make it voluntary. That's it. That's what I've heard so far. Those that want to do it, those that don't, don't. Don't penalize me for not doing it if I don't want to.
Thanks for all the people who came tonight on this public hearing. We're going to go on because it's taking a long time. Our next public hearing, second public hearing, discuss and act upon the intended legislation body to regulate and to manufacturing zone for Farr West City Municipal Code. Lou, would you come up and explain that?